youngsters. Both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
And the Clippers starting five. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Paul George is out there with Kennard, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Zubac. Following the miss by Ja Morant. To the paint, it's tipped. Morris passes to Leonard. Morris with the screen for Leonard. Back to Morris. Passes to Zubac. Just 3 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Bain. And the rejection by Zubac. Down low. And it's George finishing it off.
Paul George, a swing player, and right there swinging on the rim.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Morant. And the rejection by Zubac. To the middle. Morris finds Zubac. The 3 from George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. George has got 5 now.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Back to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the run. And they get it back. Adams, the pass to Morant. Back to Adams. Morant looking around. And again, Memphis no good.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
George dishes to Morris. Pass to Leonard. From deep. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And a wide open look for Bain. Good on the triple.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Now here's Leonard. Driving inside. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
The aggressive nature of Morant, taking initiative and daring the defense to get physical with him.
And so he hits both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
George against Morant. George passes to Zubac. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. And look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection, great consistency.
Adams trying to free himself up. And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got 5 now.
Oh, pretty stroke on Morant's long-range bomb there. When he's knocking down the shot, from deep, he can be lethal. And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on. There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
George from deep three-point land. Morris kicks to George. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Stolen by George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. It's stolen by Adams. The pass to Bain. Beyond the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play with Brooks. Bain's got a couple of threes now in the first for Memphis. And here's Kennard. Here's Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now, just to complete.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Outside, George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Morant outside. Payne for 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Memphis has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Fires for 3. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Kennard, the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Morant with it. 7 points in the game. There's the lob to Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant with it. George picks him up. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's
the previous play is under
in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the board.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Again, let's hear it for the double heartbeat.
The first free throw is good.
Already embracing his role as a leader on this team. Morant brings a strong work ethic and winning mentality to this team.
Now, here is George. He's got 12. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Steven Adams picks one up.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit to battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Buries it from three-point range. George has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Morant passes to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside, George over Morant. Morant against George. Wide open look here for Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Morant kicks to Brooks. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Passes it to Kennard. The steal. Fast break Memphis. Here's Bain. Hammers it on to polish off the break.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. George. Here's Zubac. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Steven Adams picks one up.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Morant against George. And Morant gets it to go. Morant's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
The contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
Bain against Kennard. Leonard inside. Here's Zubac. The rebound by Steven Adams.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Bain inside the three-point line. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Zubac with it. Guarded now by Jackson. The shot by George. Wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
From deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. With 1 on the clock. He can't get that one. And that'll do it for the thank you, David. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
They've got Jones. Brandon Clark is out there with Williams. And it's Green, and it's Conchar into the shooting guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Jackson down low, defended by Jones. Picked off in midair. And Green puts up a deep three, and again it's Memphis with the three.
This is what Green brings to the offense, the unwavering confidence to rise up and hit threes.
Jackson down low, working on Jones. The kick out to Wall. Pass to Batum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wall passes to Powell. Off target with his three. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Pass to Clark. Shoots over Batum. That misses off the backboard. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Powell laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so if he gets in that gap, he's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
Jones looking for an opening. The pass to Conchar. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And the dunk by Jackson.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Outside Williams. Outside Jones. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Shakes him. Covington passes to Jackson. Kicks it to Powell. Plays it up and banks it in. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great determination as Norman Powell just shook off that bump.
Jackson against Jones. The kick out to Williams. It's the rebound. Clark the pass to Williams. Covington with the steal. The feed to Batum. And the rejection by Clark.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Hits it from three-point range.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Outside, Wall. Covington setting the pick for Wall. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Memphis moving it around. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Now, he could be a tricky cover. The defense gets caught overreacting, and Green takes advantage.
The Grizzlies shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. And a deep three from George. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the drive. And George with this stuff.
Well, Paul George can play in the supportive role, and then he can do things like that where he just decides to take over.
Jones against George. Now here's Jones. Not a lot of room. Dishes to Clark. Clock at 4. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Clark's got the lead up to 10 now for the Grizzlies. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris outside. Back to George. From deep three-point range. And it's George again missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance. in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
Kennard kicks to George. Launches it. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Zubac.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we need by playing for your teammates.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. We'll make it. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Clippers trail by 10. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Paul George is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out a pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
And finished off by Morant.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
George passes to Morris. Here's Kennard. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George with the ball. Morris kicks to Leonard. From deep. And it's Morant with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 8.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot. And for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Jackson, a screen on George. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Morant passes to Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Leonard gets a hand on it.
That's why they call him the clock. Kawhi getting in there with those massive mitts.
Kennard kicks to Zubac. To the paint. Outside for George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Pass to Kennard. And George kicks to Kennard. Zubac with the screen for Kennard. Always going up for the alley-oop here. No good from Zubac.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Knocked loose. Leonard the pass to Kennard. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Brooks. Out to Morant. Jackson, a screen on George. And that one's good. Morant.
Now that is impressive. It's clear Morant has made the effort to keep expanding his range.
Leonard the pass to Morris. Leonard looking around. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They lead by 7. Bain kicks to Jackson. Shot clock reset for Memphis. And Desmond Bain, good for 3. Bain's got 22.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble. Paul George dunk contest, he's maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Inside, here's Bain, and he jams it with authority.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Grizzlies.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Desmond Bain.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Pass to Kennard. There's the 3. That shot off, and it's Memphis the other way. On the wing, Bain. Kennard covering. Back to Jackson. Leonard with the steal.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Second team. Shooting for LA. Paul George.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits.
Now you look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
So it's Memphis picking up the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but
it tonight. This could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Prince into the small forward. A nice shot by Morris.
You know, John Wall is not just a dynamic scorer. He is outstanding at sharing the ball with his open teammates.
Russell against Wall. Russell to pass to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Ooh, Morris with a steal. Edwards against George. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
With a few 40% seasons from deep, George has become one of the top three-point shooters in the game.
Now here's Towns. The 3. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Shot clock at 6. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Minnesota with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Prince. Oh, George with a steal.
Clever, crafty defense. He saw that pass coming before it was even made.
And here's Zubac. It's George on the wing. Driving inside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
Pass to Zubac. Here's George, guarded by Edwards. George drives in, and the shot goes down. George has got 5 points.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Russell to pass to Towns. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Now Gobert. He's guarded by Zubac. Tipped. George outside from deep three-point range. Minnesota with a rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Towns passes to Russell. Here's Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Pass to George. We've got 1:55 left. Power it home! Oh, wow!
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Morris. Back to Wall. Now George. 6 to shoot. And Gobert with a block.
A rangy defender with great defensive timing. I mean, why do you think they call Gobert the Stifle Tower?
Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
George against Edwards. Now here's George. Not a lot of room, and he gets it to go. George has got 9.
George really efficient close to the hoop. He makes the most of just about every chance down low.
And And the foul called on John Wall. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
27 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Russell. And then Russell with the dunk.
Boy, deceptive athleticism that Russell has for a point guard. This young man is sneaky in his ability to get up.
Edwards against George. Morris, a screen on Edwards. George, a deep three. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. With one on the clock. And he dunks it down right as the buzzer sounded. Wow!
And they got the last word in this quarter.
No need to rush there. I mean, he went right to the rim and made a nice, strong...
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Los Angeles Clippers. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard, the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Unloads. Towns. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Boy, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
George outside. And George with the jam.
Slam dunk city, Paul George. With the big-time throwdown there.
Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Fires from deep. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Towns has got 11.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
Leonard right side. Back to Wall. Morris, a screen on Russell. Wall, the pass to George. Out to Leonard. Clock is at 3. George with it. There's the 3. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 14.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Edwards can't hit. The Clippers in the lead. To the left wing. Wall finds George. And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
A leaner. That doesn't go either for George.
No one around him. He makes the shot harder than it has to be.
Here's Edwards. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Pass to George. .144 left in the second quarter. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Towns against Morris. Goes up. Here's Gobert. Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Pass to George. Zubac with it. And stolen by Gobert. Russell finds Towns. Back to Russell. Here's Prince. Leonard defending. And he's going for the lob. And it's Towns with the power finish.
You know, Towns' teammates love seeing this. They encourage him to get after it and look to score more often.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now Towns. He's got 13. Pass to Prince. Crafty move. And it's good on the lay-in. Prince has got his first 2 points.
Boy, nice movement from Towns there. Excellent teamwork, and Towns was the catalyst.
Here's Leonard. The kick out to Wall. Back to Leonard. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
And Leonard drops them both. There's 6 seconds left in the first half of this one. Now here's McDaniels. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns.
With the score, your Clippers, 22. The Timberwolves, 25.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then there's Naz Reid. And it's Anderson in at power forward. 2 on the clock. Here's Reid. No good on the shot. And Los Angeles the other way now. Kennard on the wing. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Noel. Back to Daniels. Pass to Noel. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. And the layup is good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Jackson down low. Kennard finds Powell. Back to Kennard. Yep, that one's good.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
The Timberwolves shooting a fantastic 57%. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. A slam dunk by Reid.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
McDaniels with it, guarded by Batum. Kicks it out to Anderson. There's the triple. Powell pulls it in. The Clippers trail. Here's Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And it's blocked. outside Covington. Jackson on the wing. Down low. Here's Batum. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Now just a 1-point Minnesota lead. On the wing, Noel. Defended by Kennard. Here's Reed. Back to Noel. Now with a steal. Jackson for three. No good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way and grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A., after dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Here's Reed, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two on Robert Covington.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Jackson outside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Anderson.
With impressive quickness, Jackson is usually able to stay a step or two ahead of the defense.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Kennard left side. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Batum shot is off.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. The Timberwolves have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Here's McLaughlin. Wall covering. Here's Noel. Cranes the triple. Noel's got 6.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
George outside. And he drives in. Minnesota with a rebound.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
Out left to the wing. Here's Reed. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Here's Wall. Here's Zubac. The kick out to Morris. Anderson against George. Morris for 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 5.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Pass to McLaughlin. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers.
Substitution on the court.
Wall with it. Up top, George. 1 second left. And Gobert with a block. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up by 5. And time to... 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Well, I love how crafty Wall can be in the paint. Sees an opening and then exploits that opening to get his shot.
Right side, Russell. Towns down low. Zubac there.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
George outside. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He said, quote, "We are within striking distance. This is where we take over and turn this game into our favor. Let's go get it."
Appreciate the report, Allie. Nice shot by George.
Paul George can get it done from anywhere on the court now. When he starts percolating, this guy can cook with gas.
George against Edwards. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game, and you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Edwards against George. Shot clock at 6. And it's powered home by Towns.
Well-coordinated play there. I mean, Towns rolls off at the right time. So important, the timing of that roll, and shows good finishing ability on the move.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Outside Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Wall giving me some evidence of that bounce. Throwing it down with authority.
Russell, the pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Towns into the lane. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Towns down low, guarded by Morris. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Towns passes to Gobert, and it's good for 2.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Wall against Russell, pass to Zubac. Morris on the wing. Up top, George. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Towns for 3. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Batum is checked in for Morris.
And just one of the most complete players in the game today. George's two-way game and strong leadership traits are reasons why he's a star.
Russell to pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
George's shot is off. Minnesota has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Batum against Edwards. Pulls up, high post. It's rebounded by George.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Tipped.
And the clock is going to expire on him. An impressive all-around win for the Timberwolves.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Karl Anthony Towns.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him. Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Russell from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by George. The putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never...
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
The starting lineup for the visiting Memphis.
And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And, Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. 4 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Russell from long range. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. Morant kicks to Jackson. Adams. And it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got the first points up on the board for the Grizzlies.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Outside, Towns. It's good from long range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
All right, David, thanks. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far, but Memphis, these boys will outwork you, and in some ways it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
And so here's Memphis, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Outside for Jackson, there's the triple. It's stolen by Gobert. 5-on-3 break. Here's Towns, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Bain. Will it go? Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Russell left side. Towns against Jackson. Kicks it out to Prince. Shot clock at 6. Back to Towns. From downtown. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. And since coming into the league, Desmond Bain, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
For 3, Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Bain. Bank shot. No good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Now here's Morant for 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
A screen on Morant. Russell dishes to Prince. Pass to Towns. Over in the corner, Edwards. Lets it go. It's rebounded by Memphis. Wide open look for Payne. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And this is part of Morant's role. As a guard, he's responsible for finding the open man.
Russell passes to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Back to Towns. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's 37 seconds left in the first. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know John Morant, such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups. Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Towns, a screen on Morant. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Six to shoot. Outside, Payne. Hits the three-point bomb. Payne's got 6.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies. Memphis leading. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. The wingmen are Payne and Brooks. Adams is the put it down! Wow!
Oh my gracious, way to get up. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Russell against Morant. Russell passes to Towns. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 3 to the inside. Adams finds Payne. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Minnesota shooting about 42% so far. Edwards passes to Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
To the paint, here's Brooks. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Edwards looking it over. Back to Towns. Hey, Richard, last season, Spurs coach Greg Popovich moved into first all-time in career coaching wins. And you played for him. You know him well. Any memories or thoughts about playing for Popovich?
First, let me say congratulations to Greg Popovich, because he is the type of coach and person you want to be the face of this league. You want him to be the face of the coaching ranks because he is so humble. He is so demanding, and you know what? He knows how to host a pretty good meal, too.
And you were a part of many of those, correct?
Oh, yeah, a lot of those meals. And look, we'll talk about the coaching a little later, but he knows how to do a really good meal.
Morant against Russell. It's Edwards on the wing. He's still scoring. Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Now here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Brooks. 5 to shoot. Out to Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Okay, I see you, Ja, flexing a little bit of muscle, showing off that athletic ability. Okay.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Russell passes to Edwards. That shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Out to Brooks. Outside Jackson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And now it's a 10-point Memphis lead.
A tough cover. Jackson has a ton of post work. He can go over either shoulder or face up.
And Edwards with the stop.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
Morant against Russell. Jackson has the open look. Offline with his three. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Towns finds Russell. Back to Towns. Now Russell. Towns, a screen on Morant. The kick out to Towns. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Prince outside. A second chance effort. There's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Grant, rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Towns, no luck. Here's Morant. And there it is for him. Morant's got 8 here in the quarter.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, 28. Put your hands together and get loud for the Jabberwockies.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Williams passes to Clark. Ball's knocked loose. Taken away by Williams. Lobbed up there for Clark. And Clark slams it in.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Going to high school in the L.A. area, Zaire Williams played on a loaded team.
Yeah, of course, Zaire was a first-round pick in 2021, but he was the high school teammate of B.J. Boston, who was also selected in that draft. You throw in the sons of LeBron and D-Wade, and look, let's just say those gyms were sold out.
2 on the clock, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. And the Grizzlies leading by 10. About 1 minute played here in the second half. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Anderson with the ball. Now Green defending. Here's McLaughlin. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Pass to Conshaw. He kicks it to Green. Goes goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for Memphis.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside, Jones. There's the pass to Concho. And that one's good. Green. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Anderson's got 4 this quarter.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
There's 1:40 left to play in the third. Passes it to Concho. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Pass to Noel for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Left side, Williams. Pass to Concho. There's a screen by Williams. They get it again, and Williams is right there.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's McLaughlin. No points in the game yet for him. Down low, here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Jones with it. Outside, Williams. Wow. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's stolen by Jones from 12 feet out. That one off the back iron and out.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
Reed gets the bucket. And here's Jones. Bobbed up there for Clark. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's McLaughlin. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar in at the 2. The offensive rebound. And here's Green outside. The shot missing. Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's McDaniels. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. McDaniels got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Minnesota. Now Jones to the left wing. Conchar, the pass to Jones. Green inside the three-point line, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams, and it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Russell looking around. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Brooks leading the charge. And it's Morant missing.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
For 3, Edwards. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Morant missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Rudy Gobert. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. And it's Morant missing. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Morant. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brooks outside. This one for 3. And no good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Towns. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And so he makes both from the line.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Morant surveying the D. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
Outside, Russell. The 3. Timberwolves keep it alive. And Gobert kicks to Towns. Knocks down the 3 ball. Towns has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Morant dishes to Adams. Jackson from long range. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
And finished off by Morant.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Outside, Russell. Outside, Towns. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. Morant with it. Guarded now by Prince. 3-pointer, Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 7. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. Back to Russell. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Adams.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Clock at 6. Now, here is Russell. The Timberwolves again can't hit. So it's Memphis picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. in for a treat in this matchup, Greg, with two conference rivals set to clash yet again.
Yeah, we're going to see some added effort and intensity, and don't be surprised if it gets a little chippy.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. This is his first free throw of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw drops for Zubac. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now here's Brooks. Outside for Jackson. It's stolen by Morris. Kennard with the ball. Now defended by Bain. Outside, George sinks the triple.
I always feel like when Paul George rises and fires from 3, he believes it's going down. Great confidence behind that three-point shot.
Now here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Leonard, no luck. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. And in talking about this matchup, he said this is a team that will execute you to death. He said the tough thing is that they have such great awareness offensively. Their discipline, their recognition, any mistake you make at the defensive end, 9 times out of 10, they're going to exploit it. So, Kevin, we'll see who wins the chess match tonight.
Appreciate that, DA. Thanks. We'll see if they can defend and close out on shooters the way they hope to.
Yeah, and one way to take a good shooter out of his rhythm, force him to put the ball on the floor.
The other thing is avoid fouling. Don't bail guys out and give away points at the line.
Morant against George. Kennard on the wing. Morris passes to George. Just 5 on the clock. Over Morant. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Memphis the other way. Into the lane. Brooks the pass to Morant. Here's Adams. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
So many NBA players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the league, and he gets after it off the glass.
Here's George, and he goes big with the tap right over John Morant.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Brooks with no one around. Off target from outside.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Kennard's shot is off.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's George. He's got 10.
push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
The Clippers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Brooks right side. Now the pass to Bain. Morant scanning the floor. Brooks kicks to Morant. Floats it up there for Bain. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic, some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
Here's Zubac. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Grizzlies out at... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Memphis.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. Morant kicks to Brooks. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, nice play from Brooks down in the paint. Not afraid to get physical on the inside.
Now, here is George. He's got 12. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. And I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Morant passes to Jackson. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. So the wing on the left, outside, George. Drives to the ball. That was a strong dunk.
Nice.
How about the flashy display from Paul George? Complete mastery when it comes to the handle.
Now here's Morant. 8 points for him. Outside for Jackson. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Pass to Leonard. A shot off that time. Adams, some nice D. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. From deep three-point range, Jackson misses. Leonard attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Kawhi Leonard able to navigate his way to the cup off the bounce. Yes, sir.
Here's Morant driving in. Here's Bain. Brooks from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Zubac kicks to Leonard. On the wing, George. Shoots over Morant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And a wide-open look for Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Three-pointer.
Baines got the lead up to 6 now for the Grizzlies. Outside Leonard. On the wing, George. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. George has got 7 points here in this quarter. 1:19 left to play here in the second quarter. Adams. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What I love about Steven Adams is he approaches the game with a level of physicality that sets a tone for his team. Outstanding defensively and growing offensively.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And of course, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Here's Jackson. Steven Adams making his last shot. And Bain pulls it down.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's Morant. Here's Adams. The layup off target. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. Here's Covington. To the middle. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Jackson. To the inside. Brooks. Ooh, the double clutch. No good at the rim.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And that'll do it for the first half.
Your Clippers, 22. The Grizzlies, 27.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from George.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. Then there's Batum, and it's Wall, and it's Jackson in at the point. Jones, the pass to Concho. Here's Green. Here's Jones. Pass to Concho. Again, Memphis.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here is Wall. Still getting warmed up offensively. No score.
Well, there's your dunk contest champion back in 2014. Wall puts a little extra on that one.
Jones against Jackson. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. It's Covington on the wing. He dishes it to Batum. Good on the shot.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Inside. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Wall. Lays it up off the glass. Wall's got his second bucket.
Well, you carve out position, you get a high percentage look. John Wall has got size from the lead guard. Look out.
Jones up top, guarded by Jackson. On the basket by Jones.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Batum. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside Williams. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Clark kicks to Jones. Lets it go with the three. Powell pulls it in.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star. No question he got bumped on that shot.
The Grizzlies have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Now, here's George. He's got 19.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
1:31 left in the third. Here's George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
See, I don't think you can teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
The Clippers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Now here's Jones. He has 6. Conchar can't get it to go.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Kennard for 3. And Jones pulls it down.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Memphis.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
I also like how they've played in the painted area. They've made an effort to work on the inside and convert those chances.
Clippers trail by 8. Kennard on the wing. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Morris. Passes it to Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
From deep. And again, Memphis no good. And here's George. 1 point in the game with the drive. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard. Stolen by George. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That one drops for him.
Well, what makes Kawhi so problematic in the pick and roll? He can do about anything he wants out of it, including keep the basketball.
Here's Morant. Here's Adams outside for Jackson. Bain passes to Morant. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball. Now,
here's Kennard. And he lays it straight in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Morant against George. Payne for three. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. George looking over the floor. Another shot. And Zubac puts it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Now here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. The pass to Adams. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard driving the lane, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
As unassuming as he looks sometimes, Kawhi Leonard finishes with authority off the dribble.
Here's Morant, and Morant throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Down low, here's Payne. Kicks it to Adams. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And George, here we go. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Poked loose. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Deft touch on the alley-oop. Now it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
Now here's George. And the Clippers miss again.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know that. Oh, goodness gracious.
About that finish.
Oof, wow.
Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. The shot by George, no good. Memphis leading by 9. Morant passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Here's George. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
Morant against George. Payne for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Kennard for 3. The shot, no good.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Memphis.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ja Morant.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
And it's Morant missing. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
Now here's Leonard. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Well, an excellent free throw shooter. Luke Kennard is not the guy you want to send to the line.
He makes the second free throw, and that trims the lead to 6. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 5. 11 seconds left in the game. Outside for Jackson. Outside, Payne, and the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Morant, that's for 2, off the mark. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances.
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. So the Timberwolves win the tip. Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game. Now Russell. Pass to Towns. Clock at 4. All alone. This should be an active game. Two squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent.
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And Towns' three-pointer is elite, but some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Brent?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Now here's George. The kick out to Wall. Off target from three-point range. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Towns down low. Zubac there. And there's Towns on the assist from Gobert.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's George. The kick out to Morris. Leonard with the ball. Prince is there. Wall, the pass to Morris. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Towns for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George outside. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That consistency from Paul George is staggering. Not a guy you can give looks like that to.
Towns on a screen. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Towns has got 6.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now here's George. Morris passes to George. And George with the jam.
Paul George, a swing player, and right there, swinging on the rim.
Edwards against George. Towns on a screen. From deep. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Wall. Ooh, Gobert with a steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback. He wasn't going to be denied.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.141 left in the first quarter. George passes to Morris. Back to George. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Towns misses from short range.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
to the left side wing. And it's powered home by Towns.
Apparently, he didn't appreciate giving up points.
I mean, just throws it down right in the man's face. It's George on the wing, guarded by Edwards. Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Russell finds Gobert. Here's Towns. Give him 8 points now. Back to Gobert. Shoots over George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Paul George.
And the stifle tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
And so Gobert nails both of them. And the Clippers with the ball. They trail by 1. Pass to Morris. Leonard on the wing. The turnaround Jay. No good, off the front rim. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Timberwolves. 8 points in the quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Minnesota in the lead. Now here's Towns. Give him 8. Shoots over Wall. And another basket from Minnesota.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Outside Wall for 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Prince. It's Edwards on the wing. And it's Wall with the block.
Swatted by the guard. John Wall has sneaky length at 6'3".
Well, Los Angeles shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. It's George on the wing. Wall with it. Here's George. Second chance effort. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 7 points in the game.
You love any found points. That's like coins in the couch, and PG just got rich. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
Count the basket.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
George outside. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Zubac, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Prince down low. Leonard defending. Here's Towns, and it's Towns with the power finish.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
FBA, with all of that experience, is able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
George with it. He's got 7. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Leonard outside. Up top, George. Nice move. The kick out to Wall. Just 5 to shoot. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside Russell. Pass to Towns. Takes a 3. He can't hit that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Ball for 3. Nails it from 3. Wall's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
Pass to Towns. The Clippers grab the miss. Left side Wall. Out to Leonard. 3-pointer. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And just so great to see a big man busting up the court like Towns here. I mean, getting into position for the points on the move. Wow, incredible.
Pass to Morris. Back to Wall. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Puts up a 3. Edwards pulls it in. It's stolen by Leonard. That'll do it for the first half. The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 8. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Jackson and Kennard, the guards. Robert Covington is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Powell in at small forward.
I like how Taurean Prince moves the ball, consistent at getting it to his teammates within the offense.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. And that's going to be a travel.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Now here's Russell. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Stolen. Now Kennard. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
A steady hand of the lefty Luke Kennard there. And he's able to do it with the foul.
And the second free throw is good. And here's Russell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the wing, right side. Towns down low, working on Covington, and he gets that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
You know Towns' team is loving this. He's letting his natural scoring ability run wild on offense.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. Now here's Powell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
Yeah, can't sleep on Powell defensively. He will step up and start to pour it in.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. And for Minnesota, they're shooting it well, around 55% for the game. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Anderson can't get it to go. The Clippers shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Here's Batum. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Batum's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Here's Anderson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Jackson, pass to Covington. Now here's Jackson. Defense right on him. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
It's been interesting as Reggie has finally seemingly found a home, or at least confidence in the way he plays. He's a guy who can carry you on offense, and he will score in bursts. And those will be very loud points.
Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Now here's Anderson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Reed against Batum. Back to Kennard. Pass to Powell. Batum with a screen on Anderson. Powell with it. Picked up by Reed. Clock at 2. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. And he goes in for the dunk.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Here's Jackson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
Reggie Jackson showing his physicality from the point guard position.
Reggie Jackson.
And so Jackson nails both of them. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he drops the first. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. And he makes both free throws. The Clippers trail. Pass to George. From deep. From beyond the arc, and then some. George has got 10 points in the game.
Well, Paul George does have unlimited range, kind of getting into that mode where one of those guys you have to guard when he gets over half court.
Here's McLaughlin, wall covering. Now here's Reed. Leonard pulls down the board.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Here's George. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Here's McLaughlin. To the inside. Here's Reed. Lays it up and banks it in.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. George outside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Paul George right now one step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake.
George hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Russell against Wall. Edwards a screen on Wall. Russell, the pass to Edwards. It's stolen by Wall. Leonard outside. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
Minnesota in the lead. Russell up top. Wall covering. Russell against Wall. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Paul George.
Almost 7 feet tall. Towns has the length to get to the line. A tough guy to guard.
Both good from the line that time. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. George passes to Wall. And here's Zubac. Soft touch off the glass.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Russell finds Gobert. Shakes him. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
He's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instinct's just showing off from Russell there.
George passes to Morris. Leonard on the wing. The kick out to Wall. Stolen by Russell. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. And Edwards slams it in.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Down low. And stolen by Leonard. On the break. Ball no good. The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps.
George. It's blocked by Gobert. They retain possession. Here we go. Here's Edwards. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Well, what makes Kawhi Leonard so effective on those kinds of drives is what kind of pace he goes at it with. He's able to decipher the defense and knows where the help is coming from, and yet he still scores.
It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. Pass to George. It counts, and the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Paul George stepping up big time. And not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
A minute 50 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Russell. Gobert with a screen on Wall. Russell to pass to Gobert. And it's in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Huge bucket from Gobert, answering the call when his team needs it.
Leonard on the wing. From downtown. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Edwards. Uncovered. Prince with the bucket. And now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
A good shooter and has some range. Taurean Prince welcoming all catch-and-shoot opportunities.
George's shot is off.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Now here's Wall. George with it. The kick out to Morris. Lets the 3 fly. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Edwards. To the paint. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And the trust this team has in Gobert. They know he looks to come up huge in the clutch.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Morris finds Wall. Back to Morris. Leonard on the wing. Misses the 3. Here's Brent. Off the mark there with a 3. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their...
team getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Anderson is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Now here's McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Russell with a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Brooks the pass to Morant. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. Here's Conchar. And the 3 off target. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's McDaniels. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Russell, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. One's on Morant.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Now here's Brooks. Back to Morant. Lets it go from deep, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Morant's got 6 points.
And no question, Morant has the range. Now he's working on the consistency, but the shot looks good.
Here's McDaniels. Up top, Edwards. Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Adams. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. McDaniels with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Here's Edwards. Grizzlies with the rebound.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Pulls up from the corner, and Morant gets it to go. 8 points for him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Anderson. Edwards looking it over. Morant with the steal. There's the lob to Jackson. Stolen by McDaniels. Fires from 18. The rebound by Steven Adams.
Boy, I'm puzzled, baffled, confused. How does such an elite finisher not throw that one down? Scratching my head, shaking it too.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Adams. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Anderson passes to Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Russell against Morant. It's stolen by Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Left side, Adams. The jump hook, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Morant passes to Adams. Jackson has the open look. Adams. Great positioning on the putback.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Russell with the bucket.
And, you know, this has become a real weapon for Russell now, and it's because he's worked hard on this shot.
3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Here's Morant. Passes it to Conchar. Shoots the 3. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, yes, the turnaround. And that's now 10 points for Ja Morant.
And with the pace that Morant plays with, that mid-range is a great option. He can surprise defenders expecting Ja to drive it.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Conchar in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now, here is Russell. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Can't cash in from a high post. Out to the wing. Here's Conchar. Nailed from three-point land. Conchar's got his first 3 points of the game. Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend of the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
From deep three-point range, Minnesota with the rebound. And here is McDaniel. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's Russell with the 3. Rebounded by Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 14. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. Conchar, the pass to Adams. Here's Conchar. Back to Adams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Adams has got 6.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Nice shot by Brooks.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now, here is Russell. To the paint. Here's Anderson to stop the run. That shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Conchar, the pass to Adams. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now, here is Russell. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Russell from long range. Brooks grabs the board. Brooks has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Right side Jackson. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Edwards can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
you know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
That one from long range.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Here's Anderson. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by Memphis.
Morant kicks to Brooks. The three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Count the basket. Russell's got 6 points.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Now Morant. He's got 12. The tray. Conchar can't get it to go. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. The pass to Anderson. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Russell gets it to go.
Boy, Russell loves to take and make these quick trigger shots. He plays with a nice rhythm and flow to his game.
Morant with it. Pulls from the top of the key. Doesn't go that time.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for Minnesota. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Anderson, and it's Russell in at the point.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive, but recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
Edwards finds Gobert. Back to Edwards. Shot clock at 2. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Gobert, no good. Memphis leading by 22. Now here's Chandler. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Shots good by Noel.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Jones looking for an opening. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. A shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. From deep, Moore. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Chandler outside. Jones dishes to Chandler. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Jones. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Aldama passes to Chandler. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Both free throws good from Reed. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And here's Jones for the three. That shot no good. Timberwolves trail by 21. Here's Noel. Up again. It's good on the putback. Reeves got 6.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
1:19 left in the third quarter. The Grizzlies with another miss. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Moore passes to McLaughlin. The second effort. Reed misses. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They have a 19-point lead. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Noel passes to Moore. Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by Chandler. Shoots a 3. The shot that time not on target. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Buries the long-range jumper. 6 points for him.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Noel's got 6 here in this quarter. Now Jones still looking for his first bucket in this one. On the wing, Chandler. 1 second left, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Fell through 3 quarters of play, down. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Timberwolves with possession here, trailing by 19. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Noel, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And for Minnesota, they've got Reed, and it's Moore in at the 3 slot. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 21.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
And McLaughlin gets it to go.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Outside, Jones. Here's the 3. Unable to get that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Reed. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Left side, Jones. With the drive, Aldama. Rebound, Minnesota.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Here's Noel. No good from outside. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. To the left side wing. Here's Aldama. Drills it from outside. Aldama's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. McLaughlin, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Moore. Timberwolves trail by 19. To the wing on the left. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Noel passes to Reed. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. The putback. That shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Out to the right wing. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Pass to McLaughlin. There's the 3. And no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And also that they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Anderson kicks to Edwards. 5 to shoot. The tray. He can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points.
Boy, they certainly had their way with the opponent at both ends. A really solid night here for Memphis.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steven Adams.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Shot clock at 5. Jones from outside. Rebound, Minnesota.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Russell passes to McDaniels. Launches it. Aldama with the rebound. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Jones against Russell. Cranes the three-pointer.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball.